Hello, everybody. This is Karun. I am sorry. I have been MIA for the last 2 weeks. I missed posting for week 3 and week 4. I don't even know why I didn't, but I didn't. So I am starting week 5. And let me just bring you up to date as to where I am. So, as you know, we started this journey at 194.2 is the pounds that where I started. And I got on the scale this morning and I was 187, so that's a 6.8 pound loss is what I'm tracking. In the course of the first and second week, the third and fourth week, I've lost, I've gained, I've gained an ounce here, a pound there, so on and so forth. So my net loss since I've been on Ozempic is 6.8 pounds to date. So today I start, and that was the first 4 weeks is getting my body used to the medication. And so my dosage was 0.25 milligrams. I think that's what it was, milligrams. So I went up to, today starts the 0.5 milligrams, and I'll do that for the next 6 weeks. So we'll see what progress or what I look like or what happens with over the next 6 weeks being at 0.5 milligrams of the medication. And again, that medication is Ozempic. So I have not had any side effects. I think one of the things that she asked me about, because I did meet with my pharmacist, I meet, that's an appointment that I have every month to see what's happening, if there's any changes, if I'm having any reactions, so on and so forth. So I do have to meet with my pharmacist, the VA pharmacist, every month before I start the next dose. So I had that appointment on Friday, and I don't really have any side effects, but the one thing she asked me about was, if I noticed any frequency or increase in urination. So apparently that could potentially be a side effect of the medication. Now, y'all, I have the weakest bladder in the whole world, so I go to the bathroom a lot. So somebody asking me, has there been any increase in the amount that I go to the bathroom, is not something that I notice, because I go pretty much almost every hour on the hour I go to the bathroom. So that's not a symptom that's going to have any impact in me personally. But if that's not a side effect or something that you are aware of, that could potentially be a side effect that you may want to monitor and track, is if you have increased urination or the need to urinate while you're on the medication. That doesn't impact me, so I don't have any updates on that. So no diarrhea, no what was the other thing that she asked me about? She asked me about whether or not I had diarrhea or I couldn't go, constipation. She asked about, what did she ask about? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. See, I should do this when they ask me the questions. That way I can ask you. So I'll note that for next time, is to ask any of those, make note of any of the questions that she's asking. But really, I don't have any side effects. Now, on the 0.25 milligrams, I noticed that the reduction in food noise was really only for a couple of days. After that, I just really got to the point where I was hungry all the time. Not hungry all the time, but I ate more. Okay. And then, but generally the purpose of the GLP-1, of course, besides diabetic reactions, is to reduce the food noise so that you're not always hungry. So, one of the challenges that I am having with, and I think I talked to you guys about this already, that I have, is that I'm one of those types of eaters that I eat when I'm hungry. So literally, part of my problem or my challenge, and why I'm, because I pay attention to things, is I have to, because of some of the medications that I take, I have to eat something in the morning. Because I have to take a particular medication with food, and I have to do it in the morning. So my first meal of the day, if you don't count coffee, right, My first meal of the day is at 10:30. And then I'll have like a yogurt or like a protein bar or something. This last week, I think I told you I bought the Fairlight Core Elite protein shakes. It's 42 grams of protein. So I bought that, and then I started adding a banana to that, so then I would have a smoothie in the morning. So now I take my medication before I even go to work, because that is the first meal of the day. So I go to work. I try to go to work and leave my house about 7:30, 7:45. So once that's done, I have no more medication to take until that evening. But anyway, so my first meal is about 7:45 in the morning. Then I have my coffee, and then I have lunch. I generally do not have lunch until about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So track what I'm saying, right? My first meal is at 7. About 5 hours later, that's when I'm having my next meal. It's the same whether I have that smoothie or not. So if I just start my day with coffee, my first meal still is not until 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. So my meal, I have been doing a salad or something. I've actually just discovered Sweet Green here in Austin. Oh my God, I love Sweet Green. But I plan to only purchase lunch once a week. So last week I had an exception because I had like so many different activities. I did my Sweet Green purchase. I went out for happy hour girls night out on Friday. So I try not to eat out more than once or twice a week. And I think I ate out 3 times last week. Anyway, so I try to monitor those things. And so I do either salads or I make things for lunch. And I'm trying more and more often to portion control what I make. So I have shown you, I think I showed you the matter of fact, I'll take a picture of it and I'll upload it as part of this so I can show you what those look like. So after that, once I eat my lunch, depending on what it is, and most often I'm not hungry again until I find that it's about 10 o'clock at night is when I'm like, oh, you haven't eaten, you're hungry. And then it's like, I don't have anything. That's not really true that I don't have anything. My mind thinks I need to eat a meal, right? So I'm trying to train my mind to go back to saying, okay, if you have to eat anything after 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock the latest, then your meal, my meal, is going to be a protein shake. At least I'll have the nutrients that I need to do that. But I'm still training my mind. So at 10 o'clock at night is when my mind is saying, look, it's time to eat. And so I have gone to eating a meal. And so that's what I'm thinking is accounting for why my weight loss during this first month was sporadic and it didn't go past 6.8 pounds this past month. So here's a couple of goals that I'm going to commit to. So before I even go there. So I've walked. Here's the other thing. So cardio wise, I walk. And so I have walked every single day except today because I haven't done that yet. Today I'm going to go mow my lawn. So that'll be my cardio for today. But I generally walk minimum 35 minutes per day, which equates to anywhere between 1.5 miles to 2 miles, depending on what I'm doing. So for day. And then on Saturdays I tend to do anywhere between 4 and 6 miles. So I'm gradually working my way from 4. The last 2 weeks I've done 5 miles per week. And then I think starting in May is when my minimum will be 6 miles and move from there. So the last couple of weeks, actually this entire that's not the entire month. I've done 5 days a week, 35 minutes per day. And then on Saturdays, I walk for about 2 hours, which equates to about anywhere between 4 and 5 miles in there. So I've been doing good on the cardio. The other thing that I've incorporated and I started is that I needed to do strength training. So what I've started to do is I do wall push-ups. Yes, I'm military and I have done, I do regular push-ups. I know how to do them, but I don't have to go through all that stress anymore, so I don't do them. So I do wall push-ups instead. So my goal every day is to do 100 wall push-ups every day, Sundays included. And that means for me, I break those up into 25. So I do 25 in the morning. Even when I'm at work, I do about 50. I do 2 15-minute breaks. No, yeah. So I do 25 in the morning at my first 10:30 break. And then I do another 25 at lunch. And then I come home and then I finish out my day, my last set's of 25. And that's my 100 push-ups a day, my 100 wall push-ups a day. And I just do regular push-ups. Sometimes I kind of bring them in, close hand, and so on and so forth. So I vary what they are. So I've added the wall push-ups. And then I have bands. So I'm going to try to incorporate band training into my strength training program. And then I have a membership at LA Fitness here in Austin. And you guys, I've been paying for this membership for a while, and I've got to figure out how to put it into my schedule so that I go to the gym and work out. I haven't figured that part out because I have been so busy. Not an excuse, just telling you like it is. Matter of fact, I even had this argument with my sister, and it's not even really an argument, but I mean, last week alone, for 3 days, I came home. I work all day, got off work at 5, sit in traffic for about 45 minutes to an hour, get home. I got about 30 minutes, and then I got to jump on Zoom meetings for various events, right? So Zoom meetings, minimum an hour. Sometimes I'll have back-to-back Zoom meetings, and then I'll be done. So it'll be like from 6:30 or 7 to 9 that I'm in a Zoom meeting, which is another reason why sometimes I don't eat until 9-10 o'clock at night, because once I get home, if I don't have anything prepared at 8-9 o'clock is when I'm thinking about what I'm going to do for dinner, and so on and so forth. So a couple of things that going into the new week, the new month, that I need to focus on is having food prepped. So I think I showed you that I prepped some rice. I made a big batch of rice and I froze them in half cup portions, and I put them in freezer bags. They're in the freezer. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make some mashed potatoes, also freeze them in half cup portions. That way all my starches will be done. I may come in and maybe fix up an entree or something, and then I will have a meal. Okay. So that's one thing I'm going to do, is try to do better at prepping things so that I have meals already. I already told you that I plan on incorporating the bands into my workout routine. And then the third thing that I'm going to do is if I don't eat a meal by 8 o'clock, then whatever I eat that night will be a shake, a protein shake. I'm not going to eat. So I'm going to try to train my brain that, hey, you got to eat by XYZ time, or else you drink your meal. So that's what I'm going to do. So again, today the weight is 187. And that is that what I said? Yeah, 187. And that is a 6.8 pound loss from the start of my journey. And I'm now on 0.5 milligrams of the medication, Ozempic. So I will try to be more consistent and make sure that I post my numbers and my stats. And then just to keep it real with you guys to see where we're at. Guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for wishing me well and encouraging me on my wellness journey, because that's what I'm calling it, is a wellness journey. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.